Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to share with you guys my favorite free photo editing apps that I use to edit my photos. I love to try different aesthetics with my photo and kind of try to match the mood of the photo. And so I'm always going back and forth with all these apps, and if I were to pay for all the things, it would add up pretty quickly and be really expensive for just like a fun hobby. So I wanted to share with you guys a free way to have fun editing your photos without spending so much money. First app that I wanted to share with you guys is an app called Pixar. Now, this app I use a lot for type of Photoshop editing my photos, especially the background. If there's some things in the background that I kind of want to get rid of, or if I want to crop certain things out, this is the app that I use. There's also a bunch of other things that you could do on this app. You can draw, you can crop things, you could add frames, and you could add light leaks and whatnot, filters, etc. There's so many effects that you could do on this app as well, but these tool features are the main things that I use.
So this is going to be my test photo, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the tools that I use. So if you click the tools button, you have all these different options that you could use, and you have the clone option. So you click that. This is one of the features that I use the most. So I'm going to zoom in on the background. So you take your target and you move it to wherever you want it to be. You see the square on the left hand corner gives you like a zoom in of where your target is. I'm going to also select and change the size of it because I feel like the smaller the better. Now you're going to click the brush tool, and it's just going to brush over what you want. So anything in the selection tool is what's going to be painted on, and you see it starts covering it up, and it takes a little bit of patience, kind of time consuming depending on how big the item is that you want to cover up. For example, if I want to cover the wire, it'll be a little bit easier. You just select your target, press the brush tool, and then boom, you just erase it. Easy as that. You can adjust the size of your paintbrush, you could adjust the opacity, and then you could adjust the hardness of your paintbrush as well. Now here you see I just easily cover up, and boom, part of the wire is gone. So I like to use this. It does take a little bit of practice and a lot of time, but it's really cool to make small edits and cover up some imperfections in your background. Another thing that I like to use is the selection option, which is right underneath the clone. And what you could do is crop the background out, or you could crop yourself out. So what I'll do is select the one with the person, and I'm going to select the person option. As you see here, you could just select your face, you could select hair, your head, the background, but I'm going to select person, and then you could either cut it, copy, crop, effects, adjust. I'm just going to crop, and then boom, you could then go back and fix these little exterior things over here. As you can see, some of the background is still attached, so you could go back and you could get your eraser tool and erase some of the red, as you can see here, and then if you crop it, that'll be gone. So that's what I like to use for the tools section in this app. Another thing that I really like to use is the light leaks, which you'll have to go to mask, and then here you have the dust, shadow, ripple effect, prism, lights, and this is what I like to use. I like to mess around with all these lights options, and then it has this options as well. You have borders, artistic, a bunch of various things that you could use, which is why I love this app. This app is like my go-to because there's so many things that you could do. There's also a bunch of effects. There's the blur effect, there's the zoom blur, there's artistic, magic, which you could change it into kind of like these design elements. It's really, really cool. I love Pixar, and there's so much that you can do with it.
The next app is 1998, and this app is perfect for the fall. I don't know what it is. It just makes it nice and golden, and it kind of brings out the reddish browns in your pictures, and it just makes it feel super fall, and you'll see what I mean.
With the 1998 app, you have the option to take a photo, and you could take a photo using all these different filters, or you could use all these different sizes in which you could take the photo in. But for today, we're going to use the import feature. So on the left hand side of the yellow button where that box is, an import photo, Here you have all the different editing options that come with all type of photo editing apps. Here are some effects that it has. It has the vignettes, it has the crop feature, the flip, skew. Again, you could crop to all these different sizes. All great features, which I'm going to actually crop this photo. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use the filter that I absolutely love to use for this app. Like, this is the main reason why I use this app, is for this filter. So you're just going to scroll all the way through all these different filters. It has a bunch of filters until you reach the K section, K1, K2, K3, so forth and so on. Now, all these different variations of the K filter I love for the fall. I typically use the K3 and K4. I kind of toggle between those two. I try to just see, depending on the photo, which one of these K filters looks the best. And then, you know, I just click it, and you could edit the intensity of the filter, which is great. So I might just go down to 75. It all just depends on how much you want the filter. And then it also has the feature of the light leaks, which I also really like to use on this app. And I kind of decide and try to see like if anything works. For now, I just chose that light leak. And then you could choose dust effect to kind of make your pictures look a bit more old-fashioned, vintage, worn down type of effect. And as you can see, like, the light leaks are a part of my favorites because I use that a lot.
So you best believe that when fall hits, I will be using this filter nonstop on my photos. I absolutely love it. The next app that I want to show you guys is more recent. I've been playing around with it a lot and trying to figure it out. It's an app called Avatan. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it is so fun. There's a lot of fun things that you could do with this app with the effects and the different presets that people have created, and I have a blast going through all of them, seeing which one works best on my photos.
In opening up, you have these options, and it has the blogs at the bottom, which kind of has the Tumblr feel to it, which is cool. But we're just going to go ahead and import a photo. This is also a photo taken in the fall. Now, down on the bottom, you see all these different features that you could do. You could choose the tools, which is basically just all the typical editing features you'll see in any photo editing app. You could choose filters, which has quite a few. You can use touch up, which is just basically things that you could touch up on your face or on your skin. I typically don't use this because I'm kind of scared to be honest. I don't know how to use this properly, so I usually just don't use it. But what I use this for mainly is the effects option. And it shows you on the left side the original photo, and on the right side is the photo after the preset has been applied. So you could see the before and after and choose which ones you think will work best for your photo. And you could adjust the intensity of this preset, and if you don't like it, you just go back into the pool of different effects and try a bunch of them and see which ones end up working best with your photo that you have. And that is mainly what I use this app for. As you can see, you have stickers, textures, frames, etc. that you can also use, but I mainly use this for the effects. I don't typically venture too far off into the stickers / frames and backgrounds options, but that's definitely something that you guys can explore on the app yourselves if you end up getting it.
You could also search for certain things on this app. So for example, you could search borders that you want to put on your pictures. I know some people want to put like old film borders on their images. You could do that, and there's some cool borders that you can use. If there's a particular type of look that you want for your photos, you could search that and see if you could find something that kind of matches your idea. So there's a lot of fun things that you could do with this app with the effects. Another recent app that I have been having a lot of fun using is an app called Prequel. Now, this has absolutely been one of my favorite finds because the effects on this app is unreal, and they're effects that I haven't seen on any other photo editing apps thus far. They're very unique, and for what you get for free, it's still really amazing. And if you want to purchase those added versions of certain effects, then go right ahead and do it. I personally don't feel like it's necessary because they're still this whole catalog of free effects that you can use to put on your photos.
So with the Prequel app, it also has your typical editing features, filters, and whatnot. But what I absolutely love about this app is the effects that it has. As you can see, it has a wide variety of effects to choose from. And what I do is just I mess around seeing all the different categories. And the one that I like to use the most is the frames. And I select the first option, and you could adjust the filter intensity. You can take out the date on the bottom, as you see there. You can really mess around a little bit with the blur. So there's also this one, which is one of the popular ones. As you can see, the disco effect, really cool. I have yet to use that one, but I'm dying to use it. You have the golden hour effect, which casts like a nice type of sunset light on you. There's the prism one, which is also one of my faves. I absolutely love it. I think it looks very dreamlike. There's the dust effect that you see in a bunch of other apps. There's a bunch of filters that you can choose from, which is amazing. Now, the thing is, the ones with the star on the right hand corner that you see here, those are ones that you actually have to pay for, unfortunately. But I still think that the ones that you get for free are still really cool, and you still have a wide variety of free options to choose from. So I absolutely love using this app and all the unique effects that it has on it.
The last app that I want to share with you guys is an app called VSCO. I know you probably, definitely, most likely have already heard of this app, but I wanted to share with you guys what I specifically do using this app. Recently, I have found a TikToker, and he kind of provides these presets that you can use for VSCO. You just have to follow the certain steps that he provides for the preset, and then your picture is supposed to have that type of aesthetic that he's labeled on it. The one that I decided to show you guys today is the 90s aesthetic preset, and I actually really love this preset because it does also give fall vibes like the 1998 filter. So I'm actually really happy that I found this filter because I think I might be using it a lot in the fall as well.
And so it's instructed to do the filter L7, exposure -2, contrast +4, saturation -2.5, skin tone +3.5, fade +3, and then S-tone H tint is blue, and do that +4. So what I did was I just followed these steps on VSCO, and this was the final result. But the L7 filter is not free. As you can see on the banner, you will have to create a free trial in order to use it, but I kind of found a way around that. So what you could do is you could click either exposure, contrast, adjust, sharpen. If you click one of those options, what will happen is the banner will go away. And then what you could do is take a screenshot of your screen and then just crop out all the black and all the area that you don't want to keep. Then boom, you can use the L7 filter for free.
So that's what I've been mainly using VSCO for lately. And with that, those are all the photo editing apps that I use that are free, that you could use as well for your photos to edit. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and if you like this video, don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like, you could also click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.